Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn how to sew the Gomesi sleeve. We are only sewing the Gomesi sleeve today. Many people have been having questions. How many do you measure here? How do you do this? How do you do this? So all your questions are being answered in this tutorial about how to stitch the Gomesi sleeve only. So let's get started. So you need to be having the Gomesi sleeve and it's already cut. Then you also need to be having the stiff knit, as you can see, then plus the lining, as you can see the one I'm showing you. That's the cutout piece of the sleeve. Then that's the lining, then the stiff knit. Then you're going to start sewing. So you're going to place the material on top of the lining. So as you can see, we made the notched part. So we are going to sew half an inch. As you can see the way I'm showing, you're going to sew half an inch, as you can see. Don't sew on the marked part, just sewing half an inch. So I'm done sewing, I'm done stitching. So I'm going to show you the next thing. So after stitching, you're going to turn your work on the right side. On the right side. As you can see the way I'm turning my work. You turn your work on the right side. Like that, like that. So after turning your work on the right side, you can see how it comes out after turning it on the right side. Then after, you're going to pull the lining up. You're going to pull the lining slightly up to the notched area or up to the marked area. So that is our hem. Hope you can see the marked area. That's the marked area where our notch is. So we are going to press, or you're going to iron using a flat iron. Then you press. So I'm going to meet when you're done pressing. So I'm done pressing. As you can see, it looks very neat. So you're going to turn your work on the right side of the material. Hope you can see how it looks like. So now we are going on the next part. So the next part, we are going to add the stiff knit there in between the material and the lining. So then we shall stitch all around. So you get the stiff knit, you put it in between, as you can see, the lining and the material. Hope you can see it very well. Then we are going to get our pins. I'm going to pin. And you see how it's going to look like after pinning. So I'm done pinning. So now we are going to stitch around. Let me show you how you're going to stitch. You're going to stitch from downwards here, as you can see. You're going to stitch from there downwards, coming upwards. Okay, we are going to stitch around the sleeve. As you can see the way I'm showing you, you're going to stitch all around that side, but don't stitch on the hem. Don't stitch on the hem. So let me get when you're done stitching. So I'm done stitching, as you can see. So now we are going to cut out the excess parts. Those excess, the lining, the excess net. Yeah, as you can see the way I'm showing you, how you're going to cut them. So I'm done cutting them out. So I'm going to show you the next part. So next part, we are going to stitch from the right side. Stitching on the right side. So you're going to stitch, as you can see the way I'm showing you. So you fold your sleeve, the one I'm showing. Then I'm going to show you how to stitch. You're going to stitch that side, as you can, but you only stitch, I think, like half an inch. So you're stitching half an inch, but on the right side. So I'm done stitching. We are going to cut out some excess because we don't want our work to be too much. So I'm going to show you how to cut some little excess, but you don't need to cut the, how is it called, the seam. It's called the seam. So I'm showing you how to cut the excess without cutting through the seam that you just made. So you cut out. So I'm done cutting out. So now you're going to turn your work on the wrong side, and then we do the next part. As you can see, I'm turning my sleeve on the wrong side. So now we are going to stitch. As you can see, the way I'm showing you, you're going to stitch, but make sure that the other things that you stitch are not going to show inside. So you're going to stitch like that, as you can see the way I'm showing you. So I'm done stitching. Let me show you how it looks like on the front side. I think you can see how my sleeve looks very neat. So that's the right side. As you can see, make sure that the other things are not showing, the other bad things. So now we are going on the sleeves. We are going on the gathers. Next part is for the gathers. So for the gathers, you get your tape measure, place it where I'm placing it, and we are going to measure 11 inches. I think you can see the one moving the tape measure. We are measuring 11 inches. So these are my 11 inches for a tall person. You measure 11 inches. But if that person is short, you measure 9 inches. So you mark on the 9 inches, as you can see. So but our person is tall, so we are going to use the 11 inches. As you can see, I'm making the notch or the mark, in anything that you can call it. So then after making the notch, we are going to start stitching the gathers. Hope you can see the notch. So now we are starting to stitch the gathers. So when you're stitching, you don't start from the notched part, as you can see. You start at least like 2 inches towards the notched part. So we start sewing, as you can see. So now we are going to make the first pleat. We are making the first pleat. Please pay attention here. Hope you can see the way I'm folding the pleat. It doesn't matter or it's big or it's small, so long as you're making the pleat. Fold the pleat and make sure that it sits on top of the material. It shouldn't sit up, It should sit on top of the material like the one I'm showing you. It should sit. So then you, after sitting, then you stitch. As you can see the way I'm stitching it. So after stitching, then again you're going to make another pleat. As you can see, the other pleat should be slightly below the other pleat. Just slightly, as you can see the way I'm making it. You can get your pair of scissors and you push it till when you feel the needle. Yes, so now again you stitch that pleat. So we are going to repeat this process till we finish the pleats. So let me make another pleat. We are making another pleat, as you can see. Then I'm folding. I'm going to get the scissor and I push it till I feel the needle, as you can see. So we are going to repeat that process till we are left with one pleat. So now I'm making the last pleat. It doesn't matter, or you're about to get to the notch, we have to make the last pleat. As you can see, I'm making the last pleat, as I had told you. So you make the pleat, then you stitch. So let me hope you've understood the pleats very well this time round, because I think I've answered most of the questions about the pleats. I think this tutorial is very explanatory. It's self-explanatory. Yeah. So now I'm finishing up with the pleats. I'm done with the pleats. As you can see, it's a simple process, as you can see. So I'm cutting out the thread. I'm going to, let me hope your pleats are like this, because if they are not like this, when some are on top of the others, your work won't look nice. So now we are going to turn it on the right side. Then you're going to see how it looks like on the right side. So we are turning the work, as you can see. You can see how my pleats have come out. Let me hope that yours have come out like that. So don't mind that, how can I call it, that flip, because it will get out, away when we sew the sleeve on the gomesi on the main part. So just make sure that your pleats are looking nice. They are looking, your sleeve is as sharp as this one. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Thank you so much. Bye bye. I love you so much.